Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash and ought to be a sensational game. It's the Washington Huskies and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Huskies head coach. Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the #1 offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
We'll see how they react. The Huskies kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. Deep in the end zone, it's Howard. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys played it.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Right side, it's Lopez. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. In the backfield, it's Lopez. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Out wide right, it's Lopez. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Noles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. They're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got a little space. Sweet cut there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Washington coming to the line with another first down. From the red zone, it's McClure. It's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Left side, it's McClure. Touchdown, Washington! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. On the return, it's Howard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Smith takes the handoff. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run it. They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense. The Noles will hustle to the line. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Right side, it's Lopez. And midfield, he's got more. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Throwing right with the catch. It's Preston. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback changing the play. They give it to him again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. from the gun. Out wide right, it's Smith. Could not make his way to the corner. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Powers through the defender. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Throws it off the RPO. He breaks a tackle, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
RPO complete. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force them.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The give on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Right side, it's McClure. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big...
Makes a grab and room to run. The tag! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Washington!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Coming out with it, it's Howard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Shut it down's going up top. Working the big fella downfield and outside. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Changing the routes with his receivers. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He now has 74 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got his man on the outside. Shakes off the defender. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
And the Huskies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Keeps the play going. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking to get it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 19 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils. And it's the Gators, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week week in college football truly is.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. Touchdown, Huskies. They take the lead here in the second half. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. He'll bring it out. It's Howard. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick them up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Wants to go up top on second down. Out wide right, it's Lopez. Off and running. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Knowles. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Drops back on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Lawson. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Caught. Still on his feet at the 45. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Reels it in. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open, he sees him, he throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Howard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Right side, it's Preston. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand it to the back. Turning it on! He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not...
And he's got room. He's at the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. On the RPO, got him. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Defense on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Keeps it moving. It's McClure. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Uh-oh, look out! Breaks into the open. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Caught on the RPO. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. They're all over him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide right, it's McClure. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down?
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the 2nd half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the...
Touchdown, Florida State! They've got the lead here in the 4th. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. put something together to go back on top late. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. At the 45, on his way. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This time they'll throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra 1st downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the 1st down.
The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Well, they don't pick up the 1st down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
On the run, it's McClure. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Howard. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10.
There we go. Ready? Booster. Go.
First play of this drive. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Across the 30, out of bounds, and the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
quick give. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Right down the middle. Gets a hand in there.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You got 2 great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like, when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.